Hey, kia ora whanau, you're here with me, the maoriwargamer, and today we'll be playing a Warhammer 40K battle report. Chur. Alright, so welcome whanau to mission 2 of the Crimson Slaughter versus Dark Eldar campaign here on the Imperial planet of Eos in the Ithaca system. Hopefully you've taken a look at the my video just explaining the narrative angle that we're taking this season. Get you a bit of hype for this upcoming battle as we've got Chaos versus Xenos on this battlefield. Today's mission, a 50 power level battle between Crimson Slaughter and Dark Eldar. We'll be doing the Relic mission, so we've got the Relic located here in the center of the battlefield. And what was this deployment? Vanguard or something like that. Some sort of deployment method. You know, it's the one with the square and in the circle 9 inches from the center. That's the deployment, the square with the circle. So here we go. Table all set up. Armies deployed. Got some units in reserve. It's going to be a battle of speed. They've got speed on their side. The Dark Eldar, and this time around I've brought some numbers in the form of this Chaos cultists, and Lord Crownon himself is down here to recover this vital relic. Who knows what that could be? Make your own story for that. It could be like the keys to something, something there to give victory on this, to help victory. So coming fresh from the Crimson Slaughter victory in the last mission. Spoiler alert, the stakes are even higher, with Archon hiding here, and leading his men by hiding. He's giving an inspirational speech. Men, here we go, we need to win this time, guys, that's what he's saying. Please, men, we cannot suffer another defeat to the maoriwargamer. But yeah, that's our table, that is all set up. We don't know, we'll just roll off, we don't even know who's going to take the first turn. I get +1, 6, and he's off the table. So I don't think he can beat. You can't beat 7. So yeah, so it looks like Crimson Slaughter will be taking the reins in the first turn. So before we do that, we'll take a look at the armies that we'll be playing with today, and jump straight into the first turn. Crimson Slaughter. Leading the Crimson Slaughter, we have a battalion detachment, led by a Chaos Lord with a power sword and a plasma pistol, and an exalted champion with a power axe and a bolt gun. A 10-man Chaos Space Marine squad with a heavy bolter and a plasma gun. 2 squads of Chaos Cultists, 20-man squad with heavy stubber, heavy flamer, and like 18 auto guns. And then this one here is a close combat squad with close combat weapons, a 10-man squad. Close combat weapons and auto pistols. 3 Chaos Bikers with twin bolt guns on their bikes, and the sergeant there has got a power fist. 5-man Raptor squad with a melter gun and sergeant with twin lightning claws. And a mighty Forge Fiend with 2 Hades autocannons. Leading the Dark Eldar, we have an Outrider detachment led by an Archon with the Parasite's Kiss and a Husk Blade. 2 Cabalite squads, 1 10-man squad with 7 splinter rifles, a shredder and a dark lance, and 4 splinter rifles here, and a power sword and a pistol. 5-man rack squad with homunculus tools and a liquefier gun. 3 3-man Reaver squads, all with splinter pistols, and the Reaver jet bike, which has a splinter rifle and blade vanes. 5-man Scourge squad with 3 shard carbines, a shredder, a blaster, and a pistol. And we've got a 5-man squad of ballet dancers, ballerinas. Beautiful ballerinas. Look at this one here. He's got his hands above his head. He is ready to strike a pose. Now these are 5-man Hellion squads of Wraith Glaives, I think it is. Got a Venom with twin splinter rifle and a splinter cannon. And a Raider with a dark lance and blade vanes. Alright, so that's turn 1 Crimson Slaughter for the movement phase. Bikes race forward surrounding the objective here. They've done like a donut formation, just making up a smoke screen. So it's kicked up a whole lot of dust that's surrounding them. So they get a +1 to cover as well as a -1 to hit for any enemy shooting into them. Nah, just joking on that one. But yeah, everyone else is moving forward into this fortress. So part of it is easy to take it, but it's holding on to it's going to be the challenge. So we just want to make sure we're in a fortified defensive position. Cultists are here. Why did the cultists cross the road? To slaughter on the other side. Ah! Man, comedy. You get comedy, you get laughs, you get all sorts of excitement on the channel. Forge Fiend standing still. He ended up knocking over the shipping container so he can stand on it well balanced rather than he almost took a tumble last time. So that's our movement phase. Crowd's moving, these guys staying still. Action abound. The raptors are still in ready for deep strike, so they haven't come in on turn 1. Going to go into the shusting phase. Alright, fine, it's the end of turn 1 for the Crimson Slaughter. We managed to take off 4 wounds off the Venom using the Forge Fiend. Also spent a command point to use the Demon Forge. That thing is still floating. Advance the cultists. And yeah, that's everything. Wasn't expecting to be a big eventful turn 1. But we managed to get up here behind this defense line. The Relic is in sight, so the speedy Dark Eldar are going to have a bit of a mission, having to recover that. So we'll see how they do as we go into Dark Eldar turn 1. Alright, finally, that's the end of the movement phase for the Dark Eldar, the Drukhari, as they have now been rebranded. Maybe I've got to start calling that more often. Yeah, everything's just moving forward. Hellions, bikers. Venom's left its little perch. That Raider's moving far back. Not sure what it's up to. But yeah, the fight for the Relic is going to be a big fight, a deadly fight coming on. We'll see how things go as we go into the shooting phase for the Dark Eldar. Also, just to let you know, we will have the Dark Eldar Codex, a new Dark Eldar Codex coming in for the final mission, just to get you even more excited for the end of this beautiful campaign. Don't have those big billion-dollar YouTuber budgets to spend out on that stuff. We're just humble gamers here, guys. So apologies. But yeah, we're going to shooting phase for the Dark Eldar. The Green Goblin Hellions have fired into my bikers, landing 3 successful wounds. So we've got 3 up saves. Got +1 for my smoke screen. Yeah, 3 ups, easy. Easy. Alright, so end of the shooting phase for the Dark Eldar on turn 1. They've taken out 1 biker, landed the Dark Lance on the champion here, and rolled the d6 damage and only got a 1, so he is still alive, still kicking. Also took out 3 cultists over here trying to cross the road, so not a lot done as well in turn 1. So they're going to come in for some charges. We'll see what's happening from there. Come back to you. Alright, so that's end of Dark Eldar on turn 1. They took out that biker that was on 1 wound, 1 more left with 1 wound remaining after a combat with 6 Reavers and the Venom. So the Chaos Gods do indeed protect. Relic is still up for grabs. We'll see what happens as we go into Chaos Crimson Slaughter on turn 2. Alright, final end of movement phase for the Crimson Slaughter on turn 2. The cultists have, close combat cultists have charged forward and acquired the Relic. Biker's fallen out of combat here. He's racing back home, back to his Papa Forge Fiend. The cultists finally managed to cross the road. They've also advanced, so no shooting from them, but they've decked this 4-story building out top to bottom. You little beauty. So we've got some flanking on you know, tactical. Left and right, we own the street now. If I can get some guys up here, we're going to be good as gravy. Still got our Raptors up in orbit there. We're still going to stay up there for a little bit longer. We're going to thin the crowd out and bring them in when we're needed. Yeah, that's it. We're going to go into a shooting phase and we'll finish off this Venom, get some action going. Alright, so we're going to kick off the action, spending a command point, bring me down to 5 command points with Demon Shell. So Lord Cranon's going to fire a Demon Shell, make 1 single hit roll with the weapon, which you cannot re-roll. If the shot hits a target, if the shot hits, the target suffers D3 mortal wounds. If it doesn't hit, I suffer D3 mortal wounds. So 2 wound Venom, single shot, he hits on 2s, now hits on 3s because of the -1. So 3s to hit, and this should finish the Venom. Anything lower, and he's going to die. So it's a 4 out of 6 chance. Let's roll it. Here's the drama, here's the tension that he's loved to see. Oh yeah! D3 mortal wounds till it's 2 wounds remaining, so come on. Oh, 1 mortal wound. Alright, the mighty plasma gunner of the Crimson Slaughter Chaos Space Marine team fired a plasma shot, supercharged that too. It's landed a hit and it's destroyed the Venom. The Venom's rolled that dice. What's that dice say? 6. So we've got an explosion on the way. Got a big lot of Reavers there to kill. Cultists to kill. It's all going to go down. Let's see what the damage is. So the mighty Forge Fiend, activating again his Demon Forge, has landed 3 wounds onto the Reavers here. We're going to see them make up 5 up save, and then a 6 up health and pain. Oh, 6s. Ah, very nice. So that's 2 bikes dead. Alright, Whānau, and that is the end of Crimson Slaughter on turn 2. Yeah, not a lot of game. Forge Fiend took out 2 bikers, thanks to his, he could have wiped out the whole squad though, so don't give him a round of applause or anything. That guy. Do better next time, mate. Yeah, we've got the Relic. We need another turn to get it back behind our lines. The Eldar are going to do anything, Dark Eldar are going to do anything they can to try and stop me. We've got 5 Raptors in reserve. We've got this building under our control. We'll see what's going to happen as we go into Dark Eldar on turn 2. So I'll tell you what, looking at the end of Dark Eldar movement, turn 2. Jeez, another long game, eh? We started at 10:50. It's only been an hour. So we've got everything moving forward. Hellions moving back, retreating. This guy here with his disco pose, he's ready to rock and roll. Raiders moved in across the building. Don't know why it went a long way around, but yeah, here it is. Bikes, these guys here. We are ready to go as we go into Dark Eldar turn 2 with the Chaos Cultist, this unit carrying the Relic. So a lot of work needs to be done. Right, end of Dark Eldar on movement shooting phase. Got rid of the biker that was there. All those cultists have been eradicated, exterminated, dropping the Relic. Yeah, a lot of action done. And then we're going in as they're preparing to do their charges. Alright, so that's the end of the charges, the fight phase. Didn't go too well for the Dark Eldar. In that one they lost 3 bikers. And we saved all the wounds. The Chaos Lord did a heroic intervention here. Got in some attacks. And yeah, very thin forces on both sides of the skirmish. As we go into turn 3 for Crimson Slaughter, not too sure which way this is going to go. But we'll check it out. Crimson Slaughter turn 3. In a movement phase for the Crimson Slaughter on turn 3. This combat here, they've just piled into that one. Make quick work of that. The Exalted Champion has picked up the Relic. Look at a Mad Dog. One against all of that. Mad Dog. Cultist up here, flanked into the building. Not too sure how effective that's going to be. And we've got the Forge Fiend ready to dish out for Daka. Let's see how we go. Shooting phase. Crimson Slaughter. So end of the shooting phase for the Crimson Slaughter. We took out one more biker with the Forge Fiend. One biker out of 8 shots that he gets. Yeah, not very impressive. He's not earning his points this game. This guy's got the Relic, did nothing. Superstars here, the Cultists, managed to take off 5 wounds off the Raider. And yeah, that's pretty much all the action. We're going to go into some charges and charge with this guy. And we're going to go finish this combat. Here we go, here's the Relic mission, end of Crimson Slaughter turn 3. We cleared that bike there, we've got a load of Chaos Marines there. We've got my 5 Raptors still in orbit, still ready to deep strike. This combat, Exalted Champion took out 2. They landed no successful wounds, their armor saved them for days, and they actually lost another one due to leadership. Rolling a nice high 6 under that morale phase check, leadership check. So yeah, we're winding down to end game as we go into Dark Eldar turn 3. Alright, so end of the movement phase for the Dark Eldar on turn 3. Archon's finally popped out to do something for once. Hellion fell out of combat. Oh, he's gone over here. Bikes and that, moving forward to engage an Exalted Champion who's carrying the Relic. Yeah, so it looks like he set these guys here strategically. I thought he forgot about them, but they're coming out to try to do a final steal. The Rex are moving out as well, so we're going to prepare for some shooting phase action. Fired another Dark Lance from one of the Cabalites on board the ship. It's landed a hit and it's pierced straight through armor. No invulnerable saves, so it's going to do D6 damage. For 3 rings remaining. Oh, it's vaporized. He's gone. Vaporized. Relic is up for grabs. End of shooting phase. Nothing is standing there anymore. The Exalted Champion was blown to smithereens. They've all advanced forward to try and get closer to the Relic. These guys have tied up the Chaos Space Marines and the Chaos Lord, about to go into some combats here, so they can't run off and acquire it. So very interesting, very spicy. We're going to see what happens in this combat. Making attacks back here into the racks. My Chaos Lord Cranon landed 2 hits. By making 2 5-up invulnerables with the racks, and then their power from pain thing. So I need to get rid of them in this attack back, so that the Chaos Space Marines can move freely at the start of their next turn. I'm going to see what happens. 5s. Oh, it already failed. And a 6.
1 dead.
1 dead. So there's 1 still in combat. Oh wait, we've got. This is turn 3.
Yeah.
So we've got morale. We'll see what happens. Right. So Crimson Slaughter, turn 4, 3 command points left. We're going to spend 2 on Tide of Traders. So use this strategy at the end of your movement phase. Pick a unit of Chaos Cultists and remove it from the battlefield. Set it up within 6 inches of the battlefield, of the edge of the battlefield, and more than 9 inches from any enemy models at full starting strength. So we're going to use it on these guys in the building. They're escaping from the building, and they will return on the battlefield within rapid fire range to combat this blob here. So we'll come back to you with that beauty. Right, so end of the movement phase. These guys still in combat. It'll be a quick one. Means we can't move to the Relic. That guy stayed still as he has the whole game. Just doesn't want to take that -1 to hit. And we've got here the 20 cultists re-emerge on this board. Oh, actually, right, that finalises the movement phase with the Raptors dropping down. 9 inches away from the racks, 9 inches away from the Hellion here. Very legal, unlike my dishonourable opponent. And if you look there, we've got like a 3-pronged attack there. We've got left, top, there. Beautiful. That's tactics. Making a little, they're a little ball, and mate, we're surrounding that. So yeah, here we go. Quick illustration of my tactical genius. Here's my enemy. Here's my cultists, my raptors, my Chaos Space Marines, my Forge Fiend. Kill that dice. Yeah. Right, get in with some shooting action for you. Alright, so end of Crimson Slaughter on turn 4. These guys wrapped up the combat, gearing up. The Relic is now in the possession of these Cabalites here. They lost 2 thanks to disembarking badly. Scourges, they arrived and they got blown to bits by the cultists. Weight of numbers there, whānau. It was like 40 dice we were rolling out for attacks there, and absolutely blew them to smithereens. Took out two of them. The Raptors are down. They haven't done much, but they're looking to rock and roll. And well, I'm officially out of command points. So yeah, it's going to be a desperate gamble, like I said in my earlier dice diagram that you saw there. There is a circle around them and no place to go. Mighty Forge Fiend dealing 8 Hades autocannon shots is just going to blow. But then we still got to actually get the Relic ourselves. So going to be a very, very interesting game. We'll see how things rock and roller. And as we go into Dark Eldar on turn 4. Right, end of movement phase for the Dark Eldar, the Drukhari on turn 4. Yes, very interesting. Our opponents ran the, is walking the Cabalites this way, down the road to salvation here. And now with the cultists redeployed, then they're kind of out of the way to stop them. Forge Fiend can, but he's very limited if he moves. So they're moving to tie these guys up in combats, so they can't do anything to stop him. So yes, very surprising. I wasn't expecting that to happen. Yeah, interesting how the game goes, isn't it? See, I wasn't even planning on doing my tide of traders over there. So my opponent could have known that, so he's just taken advantage of some opportunity. So yeah, very tactical game this one as we go into turn 4, as we go into a shooting phase for the Dark Eldar. Alright, nail biting game, but you're sitting at home biting your nails, or the tension, or the fear. Who will win? Who will survive? No one knows. Archon took out 2 guys with his Parasite's Kiss, his special pistol. These guys did nothing. These guys took out, we lost 2 Raptors and a Chaos Space Marine. These guys advanced, only 2 inches thankfully. Still in the eye of the mighty Forge Fiend. And now these guys are going to do some charges. Alright, end of Dark Eldar on turn 4. The Archon wiped out the remaining Raptors pretty easily. On this side, Chaos Lord wiped out the 2 Reavers. Absolutely murdered them. They're running off. We're coming into the final turn for us both. See what we can do. Come back to you. Alright, almost done there, whānau. Thanks for staying with me. Coming to the end, turn 5 of Crimson Slaughter. Chaos Space Marines moving forward to chase down the Cabalites. Cultists here, Chaos Cultists, 20 of them. Raging forward through this gap, through this ruined building to catch up with them as well. Forge Fiend staying still. Still got a beautiful line of sight into that conga line there. Makarena. Gonna blow them to smithereens. So yeah, it's gonna be tight. We'll see how it goes. Alright, so Plasma's just landed 2 hits. That's AP -3. So we've got 2 6-up saves. Power from pain. Oh! Plasma Blast. Dunk. Drops it right there for the taking. Right there, baby. So now we're going to go shooting with these guys. Alright, so sweeping over the ruins, the devastation to the great city of Eos. Relic in place here. Battlefield craters, steaming, smoking ruins, with piles of corpses, the piles of Dark Eldar corpses litter the streets. The streets run red with blood on the city. There's the final two units of the Drukhari forces, the mighty Archon once again, standing there in a cool pose, and his Cabalite mate at the end of Dark Eldar on Crimson Slaughter on turn 5. No forces on the field. We've got a full powered Forge Fiend there. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Chaos Space Marines and a full health Chaos Lord and 20 Chaos Cultists. So it's running into thin battles. We're going to see what happens as we go into Dark Eldar on turn 5. Alright, so that's the end. We're going into the attack phase though, but Parasite's Kiss from the Archon took out 2 more Chaos Space Marines, 5 more remaining. He tried to charge, but he failed both times. Cabalite Warriors bravely ran in to charge Lord Cranon the Relentless, the master of the Crimson Slaughter. He's like, boy, what are you doing? And he's like, I'm going to murder you, mate. My sword is named the Murder Sword. You're going to die. See how that happens. We'll wrap up this turn and we'll see if the game continues. Alright, so Mighty Cranon the Relentless, Lord of the Slaughter, former chapter master of the Crimson Sabres, felled the Cabalite Warrior effortlessly. Sweeping over Eos there, cultists, Forge Fiend, things are going off, just a single Archon remains. But yeah, for this mission, Eternal War mission, the Relic, we've got at the end of battle round 5, player at the first turn, me, the maoriwargamer, roll of 6. On a roll of 3+, the game continues. Which we need it to continue there, Whānau, because currently this is a draw. Yeah, both players. Wait a minute. If the Relic is not being carried, then the player with the model closest to the Relic wins a minor victory. If both players have models equally close, then the battle ends in a draw. So we're going to get a minor victory no matter what. So yeah, we're winning at the moment. But see if it continues. We want a major victory. 3 up, the game continues into turn 6. We're going into turn 6. Turn 6, Crimson Slaughter. End of movement phase for the Crimson Slaughter on turn 6. I had them turned around to run towards the Relic, but then I realised we're the Crimson Slaughter, we're the Chaos Space Marines. We are the feared enemies of the Imperium and to Xenos as well. I was like, man, I'm not running. We're going to spin around and kill the last Dark Eldar force here. I'm going to murder the Archon. We've got the Murder Sword equipped. We're going to be re-rolling some beautiful hits. Cultists have come around for the party. The cultists that come around. Let me just double check something. Yeah, they're within range of the Chaos Lord's reroll 1's buff. So we've got some action coming on. Forge Fiend climbed off his shipping containers, ready to join the action. He is the closest model to the Relic. So Crimson Slaughter have a minor victory already. We're going for a full-out slaughter. This is going to be Crimson Slaughter, slaughter. Alright, so the fighting continues. Chaos Cultist landed 3 wounds onto the Archon and shattered his 2-up save. So now it should be easy pickings. I'm going to let the Forge Fiend take the next honours of attacking. 8 shots, hitting on 5s because we've moved. 3 hits. That's wounding on 2s. Oh no. Chaos Lord Cranon the Relentless, as the Archon is on his last wound, go into He's going to fire it off his plasma pistol. Supercharging that, hitting on 2s and 2s. And so that goes straight through into let's see, 5 and a 6 to save. Alright, so that's the armor save 5, no. And that's the power from pain, no. So, Crown on the Relentless. You have dogged me long enough on this planet. Archon, I will send you to hell. And that is a major victory for the Crimson Slaughter. It was close. We got some tactical stuff happening there, but we managed to pull it through for the win. Crimson Slaughter and Lord Cranon the Relentless take away a major victory on the planet of Eos with no enemies to stop them. It sees the Relic and will go on to fight off against the Dark Eldar in one final turn, although with the death of the Archon, who shall replace him. It's going to be a bit of war amongst the Cabals as they find a new leader, with this guy's brain splattered all over. We'll get back into that there, whānau, in the next final episode, which again will feature the brand new Drukhari Codex. Going to be a lot of entertainment, a lot of fun. But hope you enjoyed that mission. Yeah, man, it started off slow. Then I thought we were going to lose it, but then we managed to spin it around, hey? So, you know, you never know. You think you know what's going to happen, you watch the game, and then you see it turns out not as you expected it. So yeah, great stuff. Another great episode. This guy here, Plasma Gunner, he took out like so many of the key enemies, and I think he deserves to be promoted to Sergeant. Yeah, he was an all-star player. Forge Fiend, yeah, didn't really do much. He's not really, doesn't really do much, hey? And even like and that's why my opponent doesn't bother shooting it. So just try to stay out of it, otherwise do nothing. What else? Who was the stars of the Dark Eldar? Probably the Archon that lived the longest. But yeah, that's the end of this one there, whānau. I hope you enjoyed it. I am the maoriwargamer, as always. Thank you for watching. Give the video a like, give it a sub. Subscribe to the channel. We've always got good stuff, good content coming out for you guys, no matter what. So, thanks again for watching. Ka kite. Anō.